Alright, this is day 10 of the new account and I'm going full speed ahead. I am pushing for Cavalier today. So first, some rank ups to help that. So here is rank 4 Cosmic Ghost Rider, and this rank up is going to be the biggest factor in this push because this man is just insane. And the best part is, I don't really have a Cosmic Ghost Rider ranked up on my main account. He's ranked 3 as a 6-star character, which is good, but I hardly use him as a rank 3 champion, so having him as my top character here is a pretty fresh experience. And by the way, I am not a pro CGR player. I'm like okay with him, but nothing too great. But yeah, rank 4, and we're not going to stop at rank 4, by the way. We're going to do something else that you'll see in a bit here, but first we gotta level the guy up all the way. It does take a while to level him up because my ISO isn't too fresh, which yeah, is a big problem right now because ISO is the biggest struggle for a free-to-play account, and I am feeling that for sure, man. I definitely am. But now let's claim some tier 2 alpha. Let's see how much we have now. We have quite a lot, to be honest, and let's go above and beyond. But look at that beauty, a rank 4 Cosmic Ghost Rider. You'll love to see it. But let's turn the tab to Ascension. Why not? Let's just ascend Cosmic Ghost Rider, my first ever ascended champion on this account. Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice indeed. That is pretty much a rank 5 CGR now. You'll love to see it. And here is my plan. So I buy those boosts because CGR with the power back boost is one of the craziest champions in the game. And here's an example of just how crazy he is. So the rotation I go with is just a standard one. Just dropping the heavy attack, going in for a combo, and then the medium ending combo into the SP2, and then just watch the power back do all the work. And look at the power gain, man. It is pretty massive. Like, we're back to a bar of power already. Then we do it again. Just go in, drop a light ending combo here because why not? The extra power is nice. Then I drop the SP2 again, and look at the power gain, man. We get back to another SP2, and then we drop it once more, and that just ends the fight. Look at this damage. It is just a bit unreal. And that was the plan for this push to Cavalier. Just use CGR, and if not CGR, then Elsa Bloodstone, who is a great champion too. And these two champions will be my carries. Elsa Bloodstone did fantastic. She did such a good job. CGR did great as well. Joe Fixit, you're going to see, comes in massive clutch as well. So all these champions really did help me out for sure. But here's the Sabertooth boss. Here's the finish of it anyway. The first few attempts weren't too great, but this one was pretty decent, I guess. I added the Airwalker synergy because it lets me have double power gain, which is really useful here. But the plan after a bit was to just drop the SP3 and just try to burst him down with that massive extra fury. But I didn't do that for a while. I just tried to play it slow with the regular SP2s, and that turned out okay. I was doing good damage, but his healing is honestly insane, so I had to watch out for that as well because I just couldn't outdamage him. Like, CGR hits super hard, but he also has Oscillate, which is a ton of crit res, which is pretty annoying, and I just couldn't do much on the damage spectrum. But I was like, okay, let's reassess here. Let's try to SP3, get some nice damage going there, and then see what happens from that point onwards. So here I get pushed to it, not too shabby. I drop it now, get the big fury, and that is where things really start to look a lot better because right now I was gonna not survive if I played it the same way as I was before. But now I have the extra fury, which gives some massive damage output, and check this damage out, man. We just burst him down. Look at this. The Oscillate comes up, doesn't matter, still do a ton of damage regardless. And yeah, he is now pretty much down. And that was a pretty brutal boss fight. That was honestly really brutal, but we got it down, doesn't matter. But this was just the appetizer. The real full course meal was the next boss, the Ultron boss. This guy is pain. And I'm just gonna let the first few attempts just play out because I got steamrolled, man. Like, absolutely steamrolled here. But I got some good attempts. Like, that one wasn't too bad, like 20% off because CGR just takes a ton of shock damage. Not too shabby at all. Here I just do decent. But yeah, the shocks are the biggest issue by far. I get off another good chunk of health here, so I'm not complaining at all, but it could have been better for sure. With more boosts or something, or just playing better, I could have done it. But now let's just spam revives and just get this boss down the brute force style. And it works in the end, of course, because CGR is just one of those champions where you can just burst him down and there's pretty much no consequence. There, another chunk of health down, not too bad. And yeah, just trying to rinse and repeat this. It takes a while, it takes a lot of attempts, but hey, Cavalier gives a ton of great benefits, so it's worth it in the end. And that was a great chunk of damage right there too. And here I tried Joe Fix It. Joe honestly had a rough start on this push, but he redeems himself in the best way possible. Joe just really clears house at the end, but there he just didn't work. And then Venompool, my rank 1 Venompool, poor guy, didn't stand a chance. Look at this. He just got destroyed. 1 degen tick, and that is just it. But here I go for one more attempt with CGR, just trying to get something good here, man. The past few attempts were pretty terrible, but I'm feeling good with this one. And it does turn out pretty well. So let's see how this goes. I know that I am just playing CGR terribly for the most part, but it's fine. I'm still learning him, so you can't be too mean to me. But here I dropped the SP2, not too shabby damage, honestly pretty good. And he is almost down, but here he evades me. Watch this. Evade, SP3, doesn't matter, he still goes back in, and I survived that fight somehow. And that was the hardest boss in Act 6, Chapter 1, down. Honestly, not too fun. That was pain, man. First off, 5.4 Ultron, I didn't forget about him. I still cannot stand that guy. So this being an even harder version, oh, that's just so messed up. That's just so messed up. But hey, we got him down anyway. And that is hopefully the last Ultron that I face for a while, because I cannot stand that guy. But here's the ghost boss. No big deal. Just, she is the easy boss, but there I still get hit somehow, so I should stop talking because I can't even take a ghost. But hey, we get her down like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Not too bad at all. And now we have the Loki boss, and Joe Fix It still just wasn't cutting it for me today. Just wasn't doing good. Here he does decent, I guess, but also Bloodstone did most of the work on this boss anyway. But Joe has his redemption arc, don't worry. He might have done bad there, but Joe Fix It will be redeemed. Trust me, guys. But yeah, this boss is terrible. This has the dueled node, and if you don't know what that is, it reduces your crit chance by 50% per buff on you or debuff on the opponent. So that is just awful. That is one of the worst nodes in the game by far. You just can't crit for the most part. So it's super annoying to deal with, and I cannot stand this node. And then Loki has the worst AI ever, so you just degen a bunch. So yeah, this boss seems easy on paper, but he can be really annoying sometimes. Like, yeah, Loki, can't stand the guy, and he sucks in games, so that's also not fun at all. There I get SP3'd, no big deal. Let's try Elsa Bloodstone now. And what do you know? Elsa Bloodstone does the trick. Somehow, because she can't even crit in this fight. She has the dual node that really messes her up, but she still somehow does it. I guess it's just 6-star power, but it still does really good here. So yeah, Elsa Bloodstone, really strong champion, man. Really strong character. But this is a long fight, like a really long fight because of the dual node. So I just have to play my best, which somehow I do. But yeah, this was really long, really boring, just super uninteresting, just doing damage. The incinerates are carrying me right now. But yeah, besides this, I just want it to be over, man. I'm just like, please, just hurry up, man. But nope, can't crit, can't do any crits whatsoever. So that is just amazing. But eventually, I don't even survive. But here comes Venompool. Look at this boy go. Look at that damage, man. Like 100 crits. He is popping off. And look at that, man. Look at those bleeds. And we get him down. Venompool, the real MVP. You gotta love the guy. But here is the big one. This is wild, man. This is just wild. So here I try also Bloodstone, right? Just to get a feel of the poison damage. And yeah, the poison damage is pretty legit because I die in like 7 seconds. So let that show you that the poison is a pretty massive deal. So that was, yeah, 7 seconds. And I was like, okay, well, let's see how Joe Fixit does. And Joe Fixit, he delivers, man. But not without an endurance trial. This was about a 6-minute fight, which is brutal obviously, but that is just how these account challenges go. You don't have the ideal option for a fight pretty much all the time. You just have counters to it. Not necessarily great counters, but you have counters at least. And sometimes you don't even have counters, so you have to just try to brute force it a different way. But here, Joe Fixit actually does really good. He is poison immune, and he just has some base damage that is passable at least. It's enough to let him bypass Arc Overload. Like, I remember Brian Grant, when he was doing the challenge, he had to use Gladiator Hulk, and that went terribly because Gladiator Hulk has pretty much 0 damage, but Joe Fixit has a lot more damage, and he's honestly a great DPS. So Joe Fixit is such a powerhouse, such a good character, and I remember using him a ton for my last season push in Battlegrounds. Such a strong champion there as well. This man's value is just on the rise for me. But yeah, we're almost done now. Joe Fixit he keeps on going, man. He's not losing hope. He is just going all in, and we are down to the last, 15%? We're almost there. Just need a little bit more work, but the Arc Overload keeps on triggering, which is super annoying, but hey, we can get it down. And this boss used to be a lot harder and had a lot more health, so that is a bit wild to think about. But Joe Fixit is almost done. Just one more SP1 here, but it doesn't work, so I drop it again, and that does the trick. So Joe Fixit, what a champion, what a trooper, just gets it done. And that is Quest 5 complete, and that was the hardest boss besides the Ultron complete as well. So now it is down to one more boss and one more quest. But here is the final path. Well, just one fight in the final path, but look how crazy this is, man. I was nervous for this. This is an all or nothing path, which is dangerous, right? But look at CGR just going insane. Just check this out, man. We drop our heavy attack, we drop the combo there, we drop the SP2, and the power back on this is just unbelievable. Another SP2 just like that. So we drop it again, and this damage from a 5-star character is just unreal. But yeah, that was like, 20 seconds? Just wild. But here is the final Sentinel boss. I'm gonna put this in fast forward because this boss is an absolute snooze fest. You can't debuff him to start off the fight, and additionally, once he is able to be debuffed, he has a ton of crit res and he has a ton of damage res too, so that is just super fun. And then he power drains you, so you have like pretty much no access to specials as well, so you just sit there and you just have to just try to do damage when it's so hard to do damage against the Sentinel boss. This boss is annoying, and there we just get melted, so it's whatever. But we get him down eventually, but just such a boring boss, such a painful boss as well. But he isn't difficult, he's not hard, he is just an absolute snooze fest. Like, the reason Cavalier is so hard is because you just fall asleep during this matchup. There is no chance you don't. Like, my eyes were getting really drowsy after this because it is just such a snooze fest, man. But I mean, we're getting him down at least. It's somewhat working. Elsa's critting here because of the precision, so that's pretty sweet, but still isn't enough to get a ton of crits going. But yeah, the fight's almost done though, at least. He's getting down quite a bit of health, so I'll take it. It's kind of working at least, right? But then I get incinerated, and then I just drop to the floor. So how fun is that? But here comes Joe Fixit, the man, the myth, the legend, here to just save the challenge and just save this run, save this miserable fight from going any further. Because look at that damage, man. He is here with a vengeance. This man is out to just destroy Sentinel, and he does it, right? Because Joe Fixit is just that good. He is that much of a powerhouse. But yeah, this fight is also slow, even for Joe Fixit. So how fun is that? this is just such a... It's not even a hard boss. It's not even an annoying boss. It's just like a why boss, right? Just like, why, man? Why have all these nodes for a Sentinel? But to be fair, Sentinel can be annoying at times too, once he's ramped up and all that. Still though, I feel like the Ultron is a better final boss, like as a rematch or something, but just one more combo, then he's down, hopefully. So I go back in, I drop that last combo, and Joe Fix-It gets me Cavalier in 10 days. How beautiful is that, man? But yeah, we did it, guys. We got Cavalier in 10 days, so I'll take it. That's pretty sweet. What's next? I don't know. There is a lot to figure out with this account, but all I know is that we did it. We got Cavalier. I don't know what is next, but here we have some mail to claim. There is my Ascension Dust. A lot of it too, by the way, so that's pretty sweet. That's like 1.5 Ascensions. Pretty solid. And there is a Cavalier message, so how fun is that? And let's change the title to Cavalier. Nice. You'll love to see it, man. You'll love to see it. And there's the roster. My ring 5 4-star Hulkling is still there, so gotta appreciate him still, even though he couldn't be used in Act 6 at all. But now let's buy some shards and let's open some crystals. Hopefully something decent here, man, because my luck has been on a downward spiral, to say the least. And we also unlock some 6-star shards, so keep that in mind, because if I get a lot of 6-star champions, I can buy 6-star incursion crystals, and that would just be a lot of 6 stars to add to the account. But first, some openings here now. We have a 2 to 3 gem, I believe, some enlistment crystals, or just one of them. We get a boost, love to see it. But let's see the 2 to 3 gem after we do these T4CC. I want tech here because I have to rank 5 a tech champion soon. We get one of them, so I'll take it. But yeah, just clearing things out now. You know, Cavalier, gotta start fresh. But here is the 2 to 3 gem crystal. Hopefully tech, hopefully, what else? Cosmic, Mystic as well. So it lands on a lot of great options there. There is Mystic, there is tech, and then it lands on skill. So that is something. By the way, I already have a 2 to 3 skill gem that I haven't used yet because I don't really have any good skill champions. So that's fun. Not what I wanted at all, but here is a tech and cosmic dual crystal. I have to do this now because, you know, I need a tech character to rank 5 and invest in. So looking for something good here, man. Either a fun champion or a really powerful champion. Just something of value here, please. And we land on a 5-star version of Heimdall. Now, Heimdall is a valuable champion. That is a great pull to have. Heimdall, great synergies. We have that like fail safe now, so that is perfect. That is a massive win on the free-to-play account. So pretty great stuff overall. Now let's open a 5-star basic crystal because why not? We have enough shards for it. Let's just buy one. Hopefully something good here. A good tech champion is still the #1 pull for me, like by far. So just want that. Just want something good, something fun. Maybe a good nullify character for 6.2 champion because I don't have that right now. A lot of potential for sure, but let's see what he lands on here. There is Joe Fix-It. There is nothing too great, but then we land on a 5-star version of Venompool. Now Venompool is an awakening, so I'll take it for the ISO and the 6-star shards. Not too bad at all. Yeah, 24 cosmic ISO can do a ton for me, so I will take that for sure. And Venompool is a great champion, not too shabby at all. And that offer is terrible. And here we have a mythic crystal from the Alliance event, which is great. Hopefully a good 6-star character or a good 5-star champion. No complaints whatsoever if I get something good here. And yeah, the reel looks amazing. There is a lot of 6-star characters. There is Stark Spidey. And we land on a 5-star version of Darkhawk. Now, that is a tech champion that I really like. So that is a potential rank 5, 6200 and ascended champion. Don't know just yet. He is great on defense. He is great to play. One of my personal favorite champions, so I might do it. I might do it because I really, really like Darkhawk. So here though, we land on a 5-star version of Ghost. I don't know what to do now, man. There are reasons for both. There is Darkhawk for defense and fun and personal enjoyment. There is Ghost for attack and just having a ton of value overall. I don't know what to do. I'm still a bit confused here, man. I like both of these champions for sure, but Darkhawk is one of my personal favorites. When I was like, 14 years old, he was my favorite champion to play. So I am really torn on this, but I might go with my childhood favorite, which is Darkhawk, right? But I don't know just yet. But let me know your thoughts on that decision. You know, it seems kind of obvious, right? But then when you think about like personal enjoyment and like Battlegrounds defense at the beginning level of Battlegrounds, things change for sure. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on me getting Cavalier in 10 days. Not too shabby at all. And yeah, that's about it for me.